and the spirit of the fear of the Lord and the government of the fear of the Lord, his job is to tether us. Its job is to tether us into the face of the Father. So of the 7 spirits of God that rested on Jesus, it says only one of them did he delight in. So it repeats it. It says in Isaiah 11, the 7 spirits, the spirit of the sovereign Lord, counsel and might, yada, yada, yada. But it says, but in the spirit of the fear of the Lord is his delight. And the scriptures say that the fear of the Lord is his treasure. And the fear of the Lord is an unusual being because it's God consciousness. So you can have wisdom and you can know how to build an aqueduct. You can know how to develop a technology or how to manage your children. You can have knowledge and know someone or know something or know how to do something. You can have these things of counsel. You can have power. You can have miracle working power and pull people out of wheelchairs. But the fear of the Lord is the one that tethers us to the will, because you could do all those apart from the will of God. Because it says, you heal the sick, you speak in tongues, you do this, you do that. So when we do these things, they're us doing it, but there's a higher realm of synchronization and union. And if we're to be tomorrow people, if we're to shape and forge the future, we have to be a company of people that are bound into the face of the Father. Where I no longer live, that I consider myself as having died. I consider my identity and who I've been as having died on a cross, and now I am something else. I am a new creation. I'm a God-man. John G. Lake used to stand in the mirror and look at himself and say, God lives in the suit. And the lightnings of God would go out of his body. The spirit of the fear of the Lord is a tether in God consciousness. See, if we don't have this God consciousness, we will trade into wrong platforms with our words. We will trade into wrong platforms with our actions. We may be healing, but we won't be doing it how he wanted. We may have power to tear down, but he may be wanting to build up. We may have abilities and enablements, but without love and the constraint to fear, and fear manifests itself through love, is that we will be doing our will, our kingdoms, not his will. We may have power, but what are we going to do with that power? And God is looking to tether a company of people into the fear of God, that they can't be bought. They don't belong to anyone. They belong to him. They can't be bought, that he's the reward. He's their inheritance. He's the only thing that they're actually obsessed with. They're not obsessed with titles or profile or Facebook or earthly realm. They are absorbed into oneness with him, possessed by him. In him they live. In him they move. In him they have his being. That he is the all in all, and every cell, every part of them is echoing with that knowledge, the knowledge of his goodness, the knowledge of his love. Union. Mystic union,